social media is incredible. We're all doing it. We're all utilizing it. What I'd like to see you guys do is I'd like to have it become more effective for you. So again, one of the easiest ways that you can do that is recognize what it is, that it's a collection of people that have all determined that they like you, they want to be connected with you, they want to see what's going on in your life. And so that's just off the top, that's my take on it. It's a big box of your people. One of the things that I do when I meet with individuals, whether it's a brokerage or an individual agent or a lender, and we're talking marketing and we're talking social media marketing, is I do what's called a social media audit. So I'll actually go through, I'll ask them what their channels are, I'll check all of their channels, and my goal is to see how accessible they are if they are, if they're looking to get connectivity by shares and other people in other referral databases on those platforms. So let's kind of dig into that. This is just what I call a rewire idea. Make yourself accessible, okay? So one, let's look at Facebook as the starting point because it's probably the most used social media platform out there right now. So Facebook really has two different personas, right? There's two different sections. There's your Facebook personal page, and there's a Facebook business page. So really quickly, the Facebook personal page contains your people. Now, they're not my people. We might have some of the same people, but for the most part, these are people that are your unique Facebook sphere of people. Either you sent them a friend request, they reviewed you and said, yep, you're in, or you sent them a friend request, right? Or they sent you a friend request and you did that, the same thing. You looked at them, that's part of my people. Okay, you're my friend, okay? And I love the fact that Facebook actually calls them your friends, right? Because your business or your personal page contains your entire sphere of people, your posts in that environment actually get more viewing, right? You'll see that they get more engagement. There's more stuff going on in that environment. One of the things that I'd like you to do is and you can just jot this down as a little trick to do, is do your own audit on your pages. Okay, we'll talk about both of the pages and what they're used for and how you can get more out of it. But I'd like you to just do a little quick audit. If you're going for engagement in social media, check your pages and see which of the two pages, your business page or your personal page, which of those two pages have content that you're posting that gets the most engagement. I will tell you from my experience, most likely it will be your personal page. Your personal page, again, has more people in it. It's the only page that has people in it. And those people tend to engage, and your content that's in that environment tends to be more personal. So if you notice, the last item on this list about page features is they don't call this, it's the grind media. They don't call it business media. They call it social media. So this is a fun, easy, social way to connect with people, okay? Let's keep moving on. Let's talk about your Facebook business page, right? So your business page has a couple of things that it's for. One, it promotes you as a brand. I literally just got off a call right before this started. We were walking through a brokerage's and a broker's Facebook pages, right? They had a broker page for themselves and they had a business page that promoted the business. And there was some incongruity. They weren't matching what their name was in their Facebook business profile. Personally, it didn't match their domain name. It didn't match their Google My Business page. It didn't match their Instagram page. So that's part of that alignment process, is to make sure that you name your pages consistent with what your brand is in your marketing plans, okay? So your business page promotes you as a brand. You get to promote your successes. Hey, I just listed and closed a house in 21 days for $2,000 over asking price, right? You get to promote your successes. You also get to ask for reviews on this page. One of the things that I love about a Facebook business page is It's easy to get reviews on. Why? Because probably all of your users are already using that platform. So definitely start asking for reviews and specifically send people to your Facebook business page to get those reviews, okay? Lastly, you get to promote your posts and you get to buy ads. So you get to boost a post on your business page, and you also get to literally create and run ad buys using the ad manager, okay? You cannot do that in a personal page. Let's keep moving through these really quick. Here's one of the things that I see that's probably the most common, one of the most common issues. I see people that are utilizing Facebook, but they don't have themselves accessible to their connections. Here's what I mean about that, okay? And I'm gonna kind of go off right here. As a matter of fact, let me zip in here. I'm gonna go off and go live on this and show you what I'm talking about. And let's kind of dig into this for a quick moment. So if I'm, oh, that's not the page I wanted to find. I want to find my page. Let's go to my personal page. So if I'm looking at my personal page, this is something that I'll do very quickly as part of my audit. One, usually I will not be your friend. Okay, so I have not sent you a friend request or accepted your friend request yet. And here's why I do that. I want you to be able to see that if you're implementing content that's being shared to other posts or other locations from your pages, let's say you're sharing out into groups, and you have people on those groups that would like to connect with you but are not your friends yet, if they want to call you, will they be able to call you? If they want to email you, can they get your email? If they want to visit your website and view information about you to see if they want to do business with you, right? To hire you as their real estate agent, broker, brokerage, or lender, can they do that? So the easiest way to do that is I come in and I do that audit. Let's go do that. I'm going to show you this real quick. Let me get my pointer device so you can see where I'm at on my page. I've now gone into my personal page, and I will make a quick note on this. Your personal page, I'm going to say this a number of times as we're talking about this, in Facebook, your personal page is the only page with people in it, okay? Your personal page is the only page with people. Your business page has likes, okay? No people, likes. If your number one asset in this industry is people, you should probably be focusing on creating a strategy that allows you to share content between your business page and your personal page that has all your people in it, so that you get more engagement on your posts. And again, one of the things that you can do on creating that engagement is to make sure that people can connect with you. So I'm on my personal page. I want you to go down to your About section on your personal page. And in your About section, you're going to see a number of options, right? So I want you to go down to Contact and Basic Information. By the way, if you can do this while we're on here, if you're on a phone and you can do this on your computer, please follow along and walk through this right now. Now, here's where people get really confused. You're in your account, you're looking at your contact and basic information, and of course you can see that your phone number's right here, okay? The problem with that is that if you see that your phone number's right here, you don't have to worry about security settings with yourself, it's your account. So here's some ideas. As you can see in my account, I have 2 phone numbers, okay? If you need to add a phone number, you can always add a phone number. I have 2 mobile numbers. I have a business mobile and I have a personal mobile. And I have them set at different levels. So my personal mobile, my friends can see that. My business mobile, who cares? Everybody can see that. If you want to call me to have me list your home, there's my number. If you want to text me, there's my number, right? So if you need to change this, here's how you do this. Roll your mouse over this. If you need to change this content, you need to click Edit. And at this point, you can, there's a little drop-down menu here, and this will allow you to select at what level you want to display your content, okay? So again, my advice is I'm an open book. If I'm in real estate and someone wants to buy or sell a home with me, I want them to be able to connect with me. I can't tell you the number of times that I've tried to go connect with someone and I go to try and find them on social media and they refuse to give me their contact information. At that point, I've joked for years and I want to make a stack of them. I kind of wanted to go get a box of business cards, just order a box of business cards and have them just be blank and just use that as a prop, right? You might as well just hand me a business card that's blank. It says fake realty with no other information on it. So again, choose at what level you want to display your content, click Save Changes. Now I will say one thing. I'm just giving you best practices. Ultimately, these are your accounts. You get to do with them what you will. You get to treat them the way that you want to treat them. I'm just trying to give you 28 years, actually not even that, because Facebook's only been, social media has been around for what, 18 years now, 20 years, something like that. Not even that, 10 years, 12 years now. Yeah, 12 years, sorry. So in this environment, you get to make your own decision on what you want to display. I'm just going to give you best practices, okay? So let's go down a little further. We've dealt with the phone number. Let's go down to the address. If you want to hyper localize yourself, you have the opportunity by entering an address here. And by the way, if you notice, it doesn't have to be your complete address. I'm just putting a city and a state in there and I'm selecting a neighborhood. If you are working a fairly specific farm and you want to geofence and geolocate your business or yourself in this environment, this is a great way to do that. Just add a neighborhood in there, okay? The next item down is the trickiest one in this whole environment. If you log into your account and you're looking on your contact and basic information and under email, it says one email hidden from timeline. If you can't see your own email, guess what? Nobody else can as well. So here's how to overcome that. Again, I have 2 emails here. You can do the same thing. You just add an additional email. If you need to edit this, okay, there's a couple of options. You'll notice you have your display option. Next to your display option is very important. This little option right here. This option, if you click the drop down, allows you to show your email on the timeline or hide your email from the timeline, okay? It does not matter at what level you choose over here. If you have that other check mark drop that says hidden from the timeline, this doesn't matter. It will not display on your timeline. Again, what can I say about this? Make yourself accessible. If you're posting content and sharing it to groups and someone in that group wants to email you, they should be able to email you, okay? And you may be losing business. If you make it hard for someone to connect with you, guess what they'll do? They'll find someone else to connect with, okay? So let's go down to the next little section. This is websites. I'm gonna pick on you for a quick second, but in a really nice way, okay? It's 2020. You guys should have a website. Now, I don't care if you buy a website system that has a website on the background. It doesn't matter. I don't care if you buy a domain name, right? You go to GoDaddy and you just buy a domain name and point that domain name at your Facebook business page. If someone asks you if you have a website because they want to go see more information about you, I don't have one is not the right answer in 2020. Okay. My dog has a website and my cat have a website and my 15-year-old kid and my wife have a website. Why don't you, Mr. or Mrs. Real Estate Professional, have a website? Okay. So that being said, I just picked on you. Now we're done. Go get a website. It's easy. If you need to buy a domain name, you can buy a domain name. Google 99-cent GoDaddy domain names. You can buy a domain name for 99 cents for, actually it's $1.17 by the time you pay the taxes, $1.17 for the first year. I think it's $12.17 if you buy a domain name for 2 years, okay? If you notice on here, you can set the level that you want your websites displayed. There is no limit to your websites. If you want to continue to add additional websites in here, you can do that. If you notice under my websites, I have a personal website. I have my company's website. I actually have my Facebook website as a website on my account. I have my professional. And if you notice, I have one down here called Linktree. We're going to talk about Linktree in a minute. Okay. So that's on the websites. Again, put your website in there. Social media links. Facebook is very unique. They give you the ability to add links to other social media channels into it. Again, if your goal is to connect with as many people as you possibly can, add your social media links in here. Here's what this looks like when you go in and add them. If you want to add another link in here, there's a little drop down that lets you choose from a ton of different types of accounts. You can set the level that you want those accounts to be displayed. And when you're all done, you can click Save Changes and your changes will be saved in here. Okay? So that's, again, that's content you should add in to your Facebook personal page, the one with all the people on it. Okay? So now I want to talk about something you probably need to remove. So we just went in, we looked at a couple of people's basic information on the meeting right before this one. And what happens on Facebook on your birthday, right? You have engagement. You have a ton of people that are posting things. They're sending you messages. They're sharing things on your walls. That is fabulous. You want that. All those people are the people that are paying attention to you, okay? What we really want to not have, though, is we really do not want to show your year, okay? So do me a favor. Go into your account. This is just a cybersecurity issue. You want to make sure that you maintain cybersecurity. By the way, I've got a link that I'm going to be sending you. We have a division called West Protect that has, right now during COVID-19, there's a ton of cybersecurity issues. There's a ton of phishing and email scams going along. And we've got a division called West Protect, and they have an offer that they'll roll out for you that's like a 60-day free trial of their email protection program. I'm going to send you guys a link for that as well. But literally, one of the things you can do is not show the year that you're born. That's just a security issue. So yes, month, yes, day, year, no. That gets edited and it changes to only you gets to see that, okay? Now, one other thing here. This is actually pretty important. In your details about you, my suggestion is in this section, you should list, to keep yourself safe, there's some guidelines that you need to add in here to make sure that you stay compliant with DRE guidelines. So those items are a couple of things. You need to have your name listed as it appears on your license. I know some people don't use their original names, they use a nickname. In this environment, just make sure you list out your name as it's on your license. It should show your DRE license number. Technically, you're supposed to also display the brokerage that your license is at, the name, the address, and the office phone number as well. So do me a favor, go into your About You section and just make sure in here you can display that information. Someone says, what do I do if I don't have a way to edit my about info? Okay, your screen looks different. You are in a different location then. Okay, again, that's about, right, on your profile. You go down to details about you, and that's your about section, and you can click edit. I will say this, there are a number of different versions of Facebook, and by the way, you may be, Jim, on the new version of Facebook. I tried the new version. I'm not really sold on it yet. It was a little buggy, so I moved back to the classic version. I do like the dark theme and the light theme, but it had some little bug issues as they're rolling it out, so I switched back forth. So if you want to reach out to me on that, text me, and we can talk further about that, okay? So again, make sure you keep yourself safe in this environment. Okay, I'm going to show you one other little tidbit here, and that is over here. I'm going to go back to my timeline, and I want to just show you a quick thing as we move over to the Facebook business page, okay? So, couple of items. This is pretty standard. If you look at the number of friends you have here, okay? This number, by the way, if I go back and I look at my business self and I check that out, let me go do that really quickly, is usually a fraction of the amount of people that have liked your business page. So here's my business page. I will give you an example of that. If I go down here to my community section, so that's right, the right side of your screen, as you scroll down, there's a section that says community. So if you look on my page, I have 466 people that have followed my business account, but I have 3,000 people that are friends in my personal account. We almost all have that same problem, is that we have way more friends that are friends than liked our business page. So I had a gal that I worked with a couple of weeks ago. She was really fretting that she wasn't getting any interaction on her posts that she had been doing repeatedly on her business page. We went and did a review of her page, and we found out why. She had failed to invite any of her friends to like her business page. She had a total of 17 people that had liked her business page. So one of the things that you can do immediately on your business page is scroll down to this section, right? When you log into your business page, scroll down here, go down to the community section, click invite friends. This is going to open up a modal window. At this point, you can search for specific friends to invite, or in your instance, my suggestion is you click select all and send the invites to everyone in your personal friend collection to like your business page. So one, I would do that immediately. That will get you way more interaction because you're going to start having more people that have access to your posts in your business environment, okay? Two, I would start keeping a consistency on your marketing. So again, what you name your page here, you should make that match your domain name. You should make that match your Zillow profile, your Realtor.com profile, your Google My Business profile, your Instagram profile, your LinkedIn profile. Everything should consistently tell the same story over and over and over again. And by the way, all of that branding should match your business card. That should match your sign, your sign writers or your yard signs. That should match the really expensive wrap that you did on your brand new Porsche Panamera or whatever it is that you drive, right? So all of this stuff is consistently telling the same story. I have a lot of people asking on a pretty regular basis, how do I go and change the name on my business page? So just as a quick side note, I'm going to walk you through here because there's some other goodies in this page as well. So if you scroll down to the bottom here, your name should be your name. This right here, if yours says add a username, then you need to add a username and make it your domain name, okay? And by the way, this right here, when you go there, if you take a look, this name on your account is your actual domain name on Facebook. So I could tell you very easily, hey, really easily, go visit me on Facebook. And my address on Facebook is literally facebook.com/Eric at West. And you can ask to, you can literally send people directly to your page on Facebook very easily, okay? So if you have something in here and it doesn't match your branding, the wonderful thing about digital marketing is ultimately it's editable on a regular basis. So let's go in. Let's go down the left-hand column to your About section. And in here, you can edit your address, make sure that aligns. Here's where you can edit your domain, your actual name on your account. Here's where you would edit your username. Okay. If you have a story that you have not started, do me a favor. This is a great place to add an image. This shouldn't be a duplicated image of what's on top. This is part of your story. So put a picture of you and your family. Talk about how you got into real estate or lending or whatever it is, right? Give people, again, another opportunity to choose to buy you. Okay, that's what they're doing. They're shopping for you, and you get to give them some familiar points that they get to say, hey, this person's a good match for me, and I want to do business with them. Okay, so one other little section down here in the About section. This is just the same as your personal page. I would love to see you come in here, put your, matter of fact, just go back to the other page, copy it and paste it in here. This should have your name as it appears on your license. It should have your DRE license number, your brokerage's address, and a phone number, okay? So those 3 bits of information should be on here. Name, DRE, and brokerage information. Okay, when you're all done, you can click Save. So again, the easiest way to get more exposure in this environment is by making yourself accessible. On the business page, you should invite all of your friends on your personal page to that page. Here's the other thing. I've had people over the years that are very worried about what they post in each one of the pages. By the way, I've got another, let's see. The About You section that you were telling us to change is on my personal page. Okay, there's both. Your personal page, if you're going to your About section, there's some details. You should put it in there. Your business page, that should go on your business page. That I'm on my business page right now. That's right down here, down the left-hand column and right here. And it's, if you scroll down, it's the About section right here. Okay? So you really want this in both places. We're also going to talk about that in Instagram, LinkedIn, and so on. So that's consistent data that's required to be on all of your marketing, okay? So here's something that I always roll out, and I feel like I'm giving bad news to people. Remember, there's some rules for sharing content to give yourself more exposure. If you only post content into your business page, keep in mind, it's usually got much less people that have liked or followed that business page than are on your personal page. In this industry, you get to access anybody by being social. That's a potential client for you. So I've got people in the past that said, well, I don't want people to go to my personal page. Well, here's the bad news. They were already on your personal page, right? How do they get to like your business page for most of us? They're on your personal page and you invited them from that environment to like your business page. They already know that you throw keggers in the pool in your backyard on the weekends, or you go to the desert, or you go to the river, or you like to go to Hawaii twice a year, or whatever that thing was. Trust me, they already know. No need to be afraid of that. They already know. Not only do they already know, they already said, because you do that, you're my kind of people. We're the same. We're good. I'm good with you. So keep that in mind as you're integrating and you're rolling some of these things out. Remember I said you could do a little research. If you go back to your business page and all you're posting on your business page is the property that you just sold, the property that you just listed, you handing the keys to the first-time buyer that you just closed on their very first home, and you're so excited and they're so excited, and the new listing you just took and the new listing that you just closed, and that's all that's on there. I can tell you the 5 people that liked that post, and 5 if you're lucky, right? Your broker liked it, right? The realtor in the next office or cubicle to you liked it. Your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your uncle liked it, right? Your title rep liked it, and I liked it. That's the 5 people that liked that post. If you go back to your personal page and look at the people that like your personal posts, you'll find that the engagement is usually 10 times that number. So here's some ways to take business posts and convert them more into more like a personal type of a post. And there's really some rules for that. There actually is a correct share order. You should share content into your business page, like it, share it into your personal page. Now you've made it available in both environments, and you should like it again. You've given your post some energy, some engagement, right? A like, you've given your post 2 likes and a share. That's engagement, okay? So that's a great way to give your posts more exposure, and you promote your business because your business page drags along with that post, and you get exposure as a business professional out of it, okay? Here's 2 little tidbits that you can utilize in Facebook, actually across the board on social media marketing. How many of you guys are asking your clients if they're utilizing social media, if you can add them as a friend or send them a friend request or follow them on Instagram? How many of you guys are doing that? Okay, you should be doing that. If you consider that Facebook is a box of Facebook people and it's a way for you to collect more people, you should start implementing asking your selling clients if you can add them as a friend on Facebook. The other part of that, the other side of that is we're in what's called an assumptive mode right now. I think we're operating in the assumptive. And the assumptive is that you're assuming that your selling clients already know that you're going to be marketing their home on social media. So you don't talk about it. Your sellers are assuming that you're going to be marketing their home on social media, so they don't really ask you about it. So where's the advantage here? The advantage to you is that right now, you should create a social media marketing strategy flyer that's part of your listing presentation. You should be talking about it with your clients, and it doesn't matter whether they're buyers or sellers, okay? You should be asking them if you can add them as a friend or follow them on Instagram. If they say yes, here's a technique for tapping into your client's referral network. Let's say I have a seller, and part of my presentation is going to be, hey, not only am I going to be promoting your home on social media and syndicating it on all these different traditional websites, I'm also going to be making a website just for your home. Okay, they're called virtual tours or single property websites, right? My tool, by the way, my meeting last Friday and the one I'm doing this Friday is on creating that type of video content that you could use as a single property website. So once you create that, once your photographer takes the photos and comes back to you and hands you, here's your virtual tour of the house, of course, I'm going to post it on my business page. I'm going to share it to my personal page. I'm going to start promoting it out to the brokerage's Facebook page and that type of thing. But the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to share that post onto my client's timeline. So I'm going to add that virtual tour onto a friend's timeline. The friend is going to be my new seller. What's going to happen with that post on their site is all of a sudden they're going to have their friends and family commenting on that post. And now when you look at who likes that post, you're actually able to integrate looking at who likes the post, and you'll see in that post, there'll be a ton of people that will show up as add a friend, okay? And you'll be able to literally say add a friend, 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 and go down and tap into that seller's friends list as a referral network. So great way to add additional exposure or additional resource to connect with more people, okay? Let me go back over here. Let's continue on with the next little process here. Again, I will say this, if you're gonna share in the correct order. Business page first, give your post a like, share to your personal page, like it again, give yourself a little energy there in that environment, okay? Again, I'm gonna give you guys this, but this is how I would go start implementing and collecting people. If you posted that post, like I talked about on your client's page, you'll see there's a list of people. Some people you might be friends with already, but some people that you're not friends with. You now have the ability to come over here and go down and say, I want to add this person as a friend if you could potentially do business with them. Okay, the other thing that you get to do is, and this is just a little trick I've been using for years, hardly anybody does this. If I consider my Facebook as a collection of Facebook people, I don't want to leave the asset, my Facebook friends, just in Facebook. My goal is to slowly but surely copy those people out of Facebook and get them into my CRM system. So one of the ways that I would do that is I would literally go start collecting 3 people a day. Go look at my engagement from yesterday's post. Anybody that's already my friend, I would click on them. It'll open up to their page. I can go to their about section here. And now I can go see if they've listed their phone number or their email address. If they have, I can copy them. Okay, I can copy that phone number and I can copy their name and I can enter it into my CRM. If they haven't, guess what I get to do? I get to message them and say, Jewel, thank you so much for liking my post on our picnic at the beach or whatever we do after COVID-19 goes away, right? Or our funny video that we made stuck in our house, right? Hey, it was really fun. Hey, I wanted to email you something. I notice I do not have your email address. I will tell you, about 95% of the time, if someone is your friend on Facebook, and again, I love the fact that Facebook calls them your friends. If you ask a friend for an email or a phone number, most of the time, someone will give you that information, okay? So, someone's asking if they can, about Zoom. I don't know how you did that. You did that by magic. Zoom did that for you, Lisa. She connected you, they connected you back up, so that's great. Okay, let me keep on working through here. Let's move on from Facebook. Let's move on to Instagram, okay? Let's take a quick look at this. I love the Instagram platform, okay? Instagram, again, your Instagram page contains all your Instagram people. In Instagram, they call them followers, right? Instagram is usually, well, actually not usually, Instagram is all pictures and video. You never see a post on Instagram that someone just typed some words and shared that. It doesn't happen. So Instagram automatically has a bit more engagement in it because it's pictures and video, which usually have a higher engagement level than verbiage or text, right? Also, video content and information that's delivered via video gets retained at a higher level. So a tremendously powerful platform. But again, I see a lot of people not utilizing it correctly. So let's dig in real quick here. Keep in mind, Instagram's very fun and it's, you know, it tends to be a little more social because of what it is, but you can still very easily use it for business, okay? I'm gonna go live here real quick. I'm gonna go to my Instagram page. Let me get over to that and share that with you. And let's look at Instagram very quickly. A couple of things in Instagram. You definitely want to have a little bit of more engagement on your profile picture. So what I would suggest right away is there's some really easy ways to do this, but I would go ahead and when you edit your profile, make sure that a couple of things are in here. So one, I would make sure that your bio information contains your DRE license number, okay? I also, in Instagram, am using a website page that's not my website, and I'll show you what this is. I love this program called Linktree, okay? Linktree is a really cool platform that allows you to put multiple links into a single URL website. That's your URL website, and Linktree is also free. So big fan of that, and it's easy to set up. So a couple of little items in here. Make sure you have your website, your email in here. Make sure you have your phone number showing up in here, right? Make sure you filled out your bio. A little side hack on your bio. If you go into here, I'll just grab this real quick here. Let's go do this. if you wanted to grab some bio text and you wanted to create this layout where it was, here, as a matter of fact, let me just go back over there. You want to create this layout where you have a stacked layout like this. One of the things that if you just go in and you start typing your bio text in Instagram, it will not let you put those hard breaks in there. You can't put a return with a separate line item in here. Okay, so here's my hack on this. You can use a Word document, you can use a WordPad or a text editor document. I'm going to show you the one that I like. And again, I'm all a big fan of easy. Check this out. I copied this text, right? Go over to your Facebook profile, okay? And just go back to your profile and pretend like you want to make a post. If you wanted to take your text in here and you wanted to paste your text in there, okay? And let's say your text would be something like this, right? And you'd have no emojis in here and your verbiage would just be showing up like this, right? That's how you'd paste this in from your bio. And there's going to be no line breaks or anything like that. So one of the things that I love about this, again, is that you can come in Facebook, you post it in here like you're going to create a post. I'm just going to side hack this because I want to use their emojis. So now I'm going to add in the emoji that I want to use, right? And so let's say I wanted that to be, I don't know, a thumbs up, right? Okay, now I want to have a different emoji. I'm going to take this out of here. I'm going to put a hard return. Again, I get to go down and use their emoji pad, and I'm going to put the emoji in there, right? So you get the ability to throw additional content in here. When you're all done, what you need to do is you just literally...
We're not seeing your screen.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, well, I missed that a little bit, did we?
Well,
okay.
We only thing we see is the Instagram profile.
That's, yeah, so great. Let's do that one more time here.
Okay, thank you.
I appreciate you telling me that. I'm not reading my chat window there. I clicked the button and apparently it didn't like it. There we go. Now do you
Yeah,
guys? Okay.
now we can see it.
Okay, let me redo this again then.
Okay.
So let me get back over to Instagram here. Thank you for catching me on that. So you guys haven't seen anything that I've talked about with Instagram. Let's start from the beginning on this. So in Instagram, what you want to have showing up here is you want on your profile, you definitely in here need to have your DRE license number, okay? If you go to edit your profile, and by the way, I'm using this on a desktop. A lot of people don't know that you can edit your profile on a desktop. You just cannot post things because the Instagram app forces you to utilize the app to post content, okay? In this environment, in your bio, you definitely want to have your DRE license number. I use on your username, you want to match your username. Your username should match your brand that you're trying to promote. Okay, remember that whole consistency thing. Your name, make that consistent. Your username, that should match your URL. For a website, because Instagram only allows you to put one website in there, I use a program called Linktree to give that one website link multiple website locations. And I'll show you what that looks like in a second. For your bio, if you are trying to get an option so that your bio stacks like this, and you want to add emoticons in here, here's the easiest way to do that. So this was that side hack that I'm going to tell you about again, okay? You'd type out your bio, go over to Facebook, okay? I'm going to pretend like, here, I'll just cancel that real quick. I'm going to continue, pretend like I'm going to start a new post. I'm going to paste my text in there. So let's say I didn't have any of this emoji in here, right? And it just looks like this. Now I can go in my account here and using Facebook with their emoji right here, I'm going to go add the emoticons that I want to add into this, right? So I can come down here and I can go look for fire or whatever emoji you want to put in there, right? And you could add that in. So here, I'll just plop some stuff in here that I have on here already. There's a car, and right, if I move this down and do a hard return on it, now you'll see I've got that stacked verbiage. Right now, all I need to do, instead of posting this, I'm just going to select all this text. I can copy it. Now I can go back to Instagram. I can select it in there and paste it in there. And then when you're all done, you click submit and it will update that. Everyone good on that? Okay, so you can do other things on here, but that's pretty easy to show you having your DRE license number. Again, that should be on all of your accounts. Here's what this LinkedIn profile does. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to go back over. Well, that's weird. What did I do? Hold on a second. Let's refresh and let's get to the right place. There we go. Okay, this is my Linktree account. So Linktree is a really cool free tool. I'll show you where to go get it in a minute. What that does is it lets you create a page. That's all this is a landing page that has links to different resources on that. So if I click on this page and say open in a new tab, it's going to take you over to my Google My Business page where you could leave me a review. Okay. If I go to the Connect with Me on LinkedIn page, right, it'll go open up my LinkedIn account. So you can actually set these pages up, this Linktree account, to link to whatever you want it to link to. And this is a really easy way to get more exposure for yourself. You could link that to properties. Imagine having a Linktree account and you had 3 properties that were current. You could link that Linktree, view my properties, and send them to those properties on your website. Or you could say, because this is all editable, you could say view 1234 Haven Street and link that to the virtual tour. This one might say view Dearborn Avenue, right? This one might say view Main Street, whatever you want to link that to. Ultimately, you control this account. You control where that links to in the account. So it's a pretty cool way. Here's where you go get that, just so you guys can check this out. The actual address is linktr.ee. So it's not a .com, it's not a .net, it's a .ee. So linktr.ee. Okay. And that will let you create this profile with this content. So you can very easily sign up. You can sign up with Instagram or you can sign up with an email, and you can use this on all your different platforms to connect content. It's a great way to get that content in there, okay? Again, I can't say this enough. Optimize your bio. You definitely need to have your DRE license number in there, okay? My advice is, I've had people ask, should I keep a personal account or should I keep a business account? Honestly, the correct answer for that is have a business account. So on your account, if you need help from that, and I'm going to try and buzz through here the best I can from upside down. In your account, if you go to your profile, wait a minute, let me get to the right place. Okay. In your account, when you first come in here, there's the hamburger menu in the upper right-hand corner. Click on your hamburger menu. It's going to open up into here. You're going to go to settings in here. That's the top item. In here, you're going to scroll down till you get to account.
We lost you again.
It should be on your main screen right there. Here, hang on one second. Let me just pin me to the top. There we go. So in here, if you scroll down, and you're in the account settings here, let me just go back and I'll do this again. If you're on your account, sorry, I've got a bunch of light in here. I wish video wasn't backwards. I'm trying to block my light from showing it. If you go to your account, the upper right-hand corner, there's these 3 lines. Click on that. The top one is settings. Click on settings. Once you're in settings, go down here to account. I'm sorry that you guys are having to read it backwards. And once you're in account, if you scroll down to the very bottom, do you see where it says switch to personal account? If you are on a personal account, your account will say switch to a business account. My advice is switch to a business account, okay? That's the goal on there, is make that a business account. Remember, you can't upload stuff from your from your feed here, but it is a really easy way to access and edit your profiles. Just do it on a desktop. Go to Instagram.com, log into your account on your Instagram page. So again, I would go with a business account in this environment. Okay, set up your profile so it relays a lot of information. You can use bullet points as a separator. Write your bio in notes, memos, or Word. My side hack on this, use Facebook, because you can, the emojis are already built in there. You can throw your emojis in there, okay? Here's some other fun little links on a bio. If you want to add an additional bio link in there, there's some additional tools here for utilizing your bio settings, okay? No, so business account only on Facebook. Candace, I'm not exactly sure what you're asking there. You wanna unmute yourself and ask that again? Maybe not. Okay. So business account, Facebook, turn your business account on Instagram. I would create that as a business account, okay? Here's some additional sites that you can use for editing your bio. I like all these, they're easy to use. Okay, I'm not gonna go into too much on hashtags. This is actually a link from a hashtag account that I've, an Instagram promotion that I do. I'm just gonna talk about a couple of things with hashtags. Hashtags are a search tool, okay? If you are using fake hashtags where you put hashtag and you write a sentence, you're just doing that to be silly. I get it. That's playing, okay? It won't actually help you, and it may actually hurt your account and hurt your content from being delivered to the people that are looking for it. So a couple of things. Use hashtags strategically. Come up with a hashtag list that you start compiling. Keep it on, if you're an iPhone user, store it in memos. If you're an iPhone and a Mac user, you can access that from any of your accounts. If you're an Android user, doesn't matter. If you're an Android user, use Google Drive and create a Google Doc. Now you can use that from your Chrome browser on any computer. You can use it from a tablet. You can use it from your phone. So the same with memos. Doesn't matter what kind of phone you're using. There's lots of places to store this. In my case, I would store it something like this. Let me show you what that would look like. And I would actually make a list like this. Okay, so here's me creating a sample of realtor hashtags that I would use. And you'll notice I've gone with search terms that Google is telling me are the #1 search terms for a specific area. So Riverside real estate, that's the #1 real estate search term for Riverside. Riverside homes for sale, that's the #2. Riverside houses for sale. So this is just me doing a little research to compile these collections of hashtags. If you notice something about them, there are a total of 9 hashtags. So the reason that is that statistics show that posts that get the most engagement have an average of 9 hashtags on that post. Okay. So I would just start creating these collections, save the collection. You can use that over and over again if you do it by geographic location. Okay. Also, before you post a hashtag, give it some look first. So as a sample here, sorry, let me go back to this real quick. As an example of what not to do, Susan Boyle released a new album, and she did a post with the hashtags Susan album party. Okay, and if you put it all together and read it, it's not very complimentary. Okay, so just be cognizant of what you're posting on your hashtags. Okay, so let's review really quickly on Instagram. Consistency is key. Create your posts, be consistent with it, be more interested than others. If you want more followers, follow more people. Okay, so again, we're looking for engagement. We're looking for collecting people. Follow more people, you'll get more followers. Okay, be very intentional with the people that you're adding. So, you can hyper localize yourself by using those hashtags. You can attract more people that are in the areas you want to do business with by utilizing those. Okay. Be a storyteller. Don't be all business and have fun. That's really some key items that you can utilize when you're using Instagram. Okay. So that's it for Instagram. Let's move on to LinkedIn very quickly. Let's take a look at LinkedIn. A couple of things about LinkedIn. Again, LinkedIn contains your LinkedIn people. In LinkedIn, they're called connections, right? I love and I hate LinkedIn at the same time. Let me tell you, and the love and hate is for the same reason. I love LinkedIn because LinkedIn is insistent. They are pushy. They nag you every single day. What do they nag you for? Hey, Eric sent you a connection request on LinkedIn and you ignored him. Are you going to continue to ignore him today? Right? The next day, hey, Eric still has that connection request out there. Aren't you going to accept that connection request? And they send you these notifications and reminders literally every single day. So, one, I hate that. It bugs the heck out of you. But at the same time, as a marketing person, I love it because it's poking you every single day to build more connections, which is what your number one asset is in this business. Okay. So I love that. Here's another little underlying fact about LinkedIn that I absolutely adore. Okay. LinkedIn usually has a higher intent connection. Okay. The people that are on that, what are they? Are they 17-year-olds posting pictures of purple unicorns? No. Have you ever seen, anybody here ever seen a unicorn picture posted on LinkedIn before? No, not ever. They're professional people. They're maybe more able to buy a house. They might be more of a home owner already. So they usually, right out of the gate, they tend to be a higher targeted connection that you can potentially have more opportunity to do business with you. So I love that. Okay. I also, again, I'm a big fan of free. So a lot of people are not posting on LinkedIn for free. And I think you might be missing the boat. You can post just like you would on Facebook. And remember, the people that you're posting into have the ability to maybe do better business with you. So right out of the gate, I would start utilizing LinkedIn. Another thing about LinkedIn that is fabulous, okay? I'm going to keep that one as a secret here. Another thing that I love about LinkedIn is that it's owned by Microsoft. A lot of people don't know that. It's been owned by Microsoft for 3 years. Microsoft has done a very good job of staying in the background, okay? Facebook bought Instagram, and Facebook immediately, the development team at Facebook literally started ruining Instagram, right? Because they tried to make it more like Facebook. And the Instagram people were like, I didn't want Facebook. If I'd wanted Facebook, I would have signed up with Facebook. I wanted Instagram. Can you just leave it alone? Right? So again, Microsoft has done a great job of letting the LinkedIn team be the LinkedIn team, and they just do their business, okay? Let's take a look at what LinkedIn has to offer and how we can potentially utilize it to do better business, okay? So let me get back over here. Let me share this the right way, and let's make it sure it shares this time. Okay. So when you log into your Instagram account, this is what your dashboard looks like. I'm going to come in and do a couple of things and show you here. When we come in here, this is basically, think of this as the same thing as your news feed on Facebook, right? Here's posts that are going in here. I'm looking through here. I still don't see any purple unicorns. So I'll keep looking. They'll show up. I know one day one will show up here. But what I want to do is I want to say, let's go look at your profile. So if you go click on the section on the left-hand column, you'll be able to see what your profile looks like. By the way, if you notice your Facebook profile, if I'm on my business page, right, you want all of this stuff to be consistent. So, right, here's my Facebook business page. My branding is consistent. Instagram doesn't have the same kind of branding. LinkedIn has the same kind of branding. YouTube has the same kind of branding. So be consistent on what you name your account and what you put on it, and the graphics that you put on there as well. Again, in Instagram, your about section right here, right under your profile picture and your banner, should display your DRE license number, your name, your brokerage's address, okay? Definitely make sure that you get that content in there. So let's go down and look at a few common settings that we want to make sure are turned on for the most accessibility in the system. And I know we're a little bit over here. I'm going to kind of burn through this and run through those settings. Okay, so if I click the drop down, I can certainly go view my profile. That's what we're looking at right here. I'm going to go down to settings and privacy. So let's continue to walk through these. How others see my profile. So I'm going to move a couple of items out of the way. And let's just go dial this in. So how others see my profile. So edit my custom my profile. Here's, right, if I come into my profile here, what's my visibility? Okay, so you get to set your domain name on your custom URL. This is the same thing in Facebook with your username. There's your same, make them consistent, make them match, okay? You get to edit your content, right? You get to show your visibility. You want your visibility to be turned on for the public. Basic, of course. I want name, number, connections, region, right? I want to switch this to all LinkedIn members. I want my information to be able to go to everybody, right? How about this? Even better. How about public? That's really where I want it to go. I want anybody to be able to see this content. There's no reason for me to hide my content under a rock, right? My background photo, my headline, articles, activity. You can choose to turn all this on or off at will. By the way, I love the fact that once you change one of these and it changes, did you see over here that it actually automatically changes that in your system? Okay, let me go set mine back up to the way it should be in reality. But you'll see we've updated your settings. So it's an auto update. You didn't have to push a save button to make that change, okay? Let's go back here again. Let's go back to the other setting. So that's edit your public profile. Who can see your email address? Again, anyone on LinkedIn? That's the best option right now. Anyone on LinkedIn, not, these are limiters. This is anybody that's a member of LinkedIn. Your goal is not to hide that content, okay? Who can see your connections? Again, this is an expander. Who can see it? You should have your connections can see it. This is one of those things where people choose to do business with people that are affiliated with each other. If you hide who your connections are, nobody can make a determination. Oh, Danny Underwood. I know Danny Underwood. Yeah, I'm going to be a connection of this person. Okay. This is a big one right here. Viewers of this profile also viewed. So this actually lets people see, it gives you the option of being viewed when someone views a profile that has similar characteristics as you. It adds you into the hopper of people that have connectability with another connection. Okay. Let's keep rolling down this. And by the way, as we go down, you'll see we're going to fill out this whole thing here. Who can see your last name? Everybody should see your last name. That's who you are. That's your brand. Representing your organization? Yes. Profile visibility off LinkedIn. Do you want to be found on some of LinkedIn's side channels if you're running promotions? Yes. Microsoft Word, again, this is the connectability. If you're posting content, do you want your profile to be able to be connected on a Word document? Yes. Right? Don't hide that information. Profile viewing options, right? You want the full profile to be seen. You don't want to have it be a salesperson or an anonymous. You want to present who you are on your options. Again, manage activity status. Who can see that? I want everybody to be able to see that. So all LinkedIn members. Okay. Job changes. This, again, this is personal on you. If you want someone to see that you changed from one brokerage to another, great. Notifying connections when you're in the news. I joked about this earlier today. As long as you're not doing anything that's going to make you show up in bad news, yeah, turn that on. If it's all good news, you're good to go, right? Mentions or tags by others. Again, this should be set to on. You want your connections to be able to tag you in posts. That's the component that allows you to connect with so many more people in your platform, okay? So how manage your data and activity. Again, there's a few settings in here. None of these are really reviewed or worthwhile noting. Here you go. These two are though. Manage who can discover your profile from your email address. If someone has your email and they want to look you up, you want to make sure that you're able to be found if someone wants to preview you before connecting with you. So my advice is everyone, okay? The same goes for your phone number. This should be to everyone, okay? I am going to show you something in my system. I do not sync my contacts. Oh, wait a minute, I do. I sync my Google contacts. I have two phones. I have a work phone and I have this one. I utilize them in different ways. I play in a lot of systems. So usually what I don't do is I don't sync my contacts. Don't listen to what I just said. I'm going to tell you, you have commission checks hiding in your phone right now. Okay. My advice to you on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn is you want to sync your connections in your phone with your social media channels. So yes, you want to turn that on. If you like utilizing and scheduling promotions on here, I would choose a calendar as well. Sorry, I got back to the wrong spot there. Let's go back here. There we go. So again, contacts, I would sync that. Calendar, I would sync that. Okay, let's go down to the last little section here, job seeking preferences. I'm going to let you guys handle that. I'm going to stay out of that. Let's go down to the very end here, blocking and hiding followers. So again, you can choose who can see your content, right? Who can follow and see your public updates. Personally, my chosen preference for this is anybody on LinkedIn. I want to allow them to see me, okay? So blocking. This is where you can block people. I don't have anybody blocked. If you want to unfollow people, this will store the people that you've unfollowed. I've never unfollowed anybody on my LinkedIn account. So that's a pretty easy way to go back in, manage your LinkedIn content. By the way, I mentioned stuff as far as a post. Right here on your main dashboard, this is where you would start a post. Okay. This is just like, if you think about this, this is just like Facebook. You can add a picture or a video. Okay. Right. Here's today, right? There we go. Social media tune-up. So you can upload a photo. You can say what you want to say about that photo. You can type what you want to say about it. Right. You can add hashtags into this post, and you can share that directly out to your LinkedIn social media channels. A lot of people are not utilizing this. I would start utilizing this. What are you going to post on here? Remember, this is more like Google My Business, less like fun and entertaining stuff. So this would be listings, new listings, sold listings, price updates. You can put some insight into your life, but remember, you're in a professional environment. I would keep your posts more towards the professional side than the personal, fun, trivial side in this environment, okay? So I'm going to discard that. Let's go back and look at the next little channel real quick. Thank you guys for hanging with me. I'm going to make this really fast because the next one is kind of a little secret one. I'm going to mention some stuff about it. We're probably going to do a workshop next week on setting up a Google My Business account if you haven't done it. And that's really where I want to go next, is I want to show you another platform called Google My Business. Okay. So Google My Business is basically a free office space that Google gives you on the search engine, right? It looks like this in a search. It'll display your products. It will display posts that you can share for free. Wrong way here. Sorry, going the wrong way on my scroll. So why should you utilize Google My Business? Well, millions of people use Google every day, okay? If you create your office space and your products list and you're posting with content that people that you're trying to reach are searching for with specific keywords or data that they're looking for, or links to data on your website that they're looking for, it'll greatly increase your SEO. In other words, it'll greatly increase your visibility and ability to be found utilizing search. So I'm going to roll through some Google numbers by the Google search by the numbers. 88.4% of all of North America is using Google. 88.4%. Okay. These, by the way, are end of the year 2019 numbers. So I haven't updated 2020 yet. These numbers are accurate as of the end of 2019. So 88.4% of all search in North America is done using Google. 93.8% of search on mobile is done using Google, right? So even though you're an iPhone user, right, and you're using Siri, Siri is using Google too, okay? So great idea to get you motivated to go set up a Google My Business page. Proximity search is up 900%. What's proximity search? That's really easy. Proximity search is when you ask for something on your device and your device delivers that information back, and they know that your IP address for your device is at this location. And they're going to deliver search results based on around where you were at. So those are some fabulous reasons to utilize Google My Business. Hopefully you've got some information about tuning up your social media, some ideas on how you can better implement your social media. Again, let's see if I got any other questions here. Okay, I've got a bunch of you guys that are giving me contact information. What I will do is I'll give you this walkthrough on the PowerPoint. I'll give it to you as a PDF so you can go step by step through there. I will also include the recording of this presentation as well, okay? Thank you for WFG National Title for promoting me to come do this for your clients. And I see several different WFG reps. If you need title help or escrow help, reach out to them and they'll be happy to help you, okay? Thank you guys so much and have a great day.